We're good. Yeah, so should be interesting. Earlier, prior to the stream coming on, we were talking about Unruly as a player. You know, if you guys are tuning in, maybe you're not as familiar with the BC scene, people like Webwipe, kind of a staple puff player, particularly a specialist in doubles.
That's right.
Espi, a player who in 2019 was an honorable mention for the top 100, so very, very, very capable player. And Unruly, you said, used to play Peach, but now kind of alternating back and forth from the Fox. Do you want to give a bit more information on that?
That's right. So Unruly, I met Unruly as a Peach main, a very good Peach main. He was a PR Peach main in BC at the time. But then shortly after that next PR season, all I would ever see from Unruly is the Fox. So his Fox was much worse at the time, but you know, it's been 4 years, so his Fox I'm sure has gotten a lot better. Although it is doubles, I'm not sure what we're going to see here. If we're going to see the Fox or the Peach. Peach, I don't think he likes the Peach as much anymore, but a very, very strong character in doubles. And his teammate is going to be playing Fox, I assume.
Absolutely, yeah. No, Soonsay, probably the favorite to win the whole event, although, you know, I could see there being an upset. I think Elliot, very capable player. I think Espi is a very capable player, and anything can happen in Fox Dittos. But we're not talking about singles right now. We're talking about doubles. Like you said, Unruly, a Peach player turned Fox player, more likely to see the Fox. Double Fox is probably... I mean, I'm curious, in doubles, what are your thoughts on kind of like the doubles tier list? Like, what are the teams that you really, really like?
So this is so tough. People always talk about Double Fox being S tier. They're fast enough to help each other out on the stage. They can, you know, cross the stage fast enough to help each other out. But personally, I really like to have a floaty on the screen. That way, when you're not playing crack, when you're not hitting all the buttons that you can at least control center stage and control some of the chaos that happens in doubles. That's what Peach does. She adds a lot of the chaos. She doesn't have to deal with the chaos as much.
That makes sense. Yes, definitely. I think worth mentioning for those who are just kind of who are watching the stream, right now people are warming up. You're hearing a bunch of DK sounds. That's not there's no official game going on. Don't worry, you can grab a drink. But we do have people coming up on stage. Completely agree with the Peach thing. Like that, Peach is a character whose weaknesses are that she's kind of slow and, you know, really, really good punish game, but it's often like a little bit more read-based because of that lack of speed. But in doubles, she becomes kind of like the weapon of a speedy Fox, you know what I mean? Like she can just set up situations, she can just punish super hard, and like you said, the chaos factor, the down smashes, everything that makes it just difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and then given her slow speed, yeah, her gameplay is going to be much more positional compared to the Fox. Who can try and play the support role for the Peach.
Absolutely, that makes sense. Yeah, I think like, I probably do think Double Fox is the best in doubles. I also like Puff as a character in doubles generally.
Puff is amazing in doubles. When the Puff is hitting her rests and the Fox is there to wake up the Puff afterwards, it's very frustrating to play against. There's not a lot of counterplay.
And that's something we're going to be seeing from Webwipe. Like, again, I'm not, like I said before, very, very experienced doubles player. Curious to see where we end up going first.
So yeah, looks like on the screen we have a Fox versus Peach and a Fox versus Puff. I assume that's what they're going to go with for game one. So there we have it, Unruly going with the Peach.
I think we might actually get a visual of the stage striking itself, but I'm not sure, like depending on the kind of version of the game that they're using. I don't think we're going to be seeing a stadium pick. I think just for Peach and Puff, that's not really that likely. So we're jumping into Battlefield, already off to a kind of chaotic start. Peach picking up a little bit of percent, but see how Webwipe gets out of the corner.
Immediately we see Blue Team take control of center stage. Tried to 2v1. Sorry, just trying to get a hold of the teams here. Espi, we have Red Fox, and we have Soonsay as Blue Fox.
Yeah, you know, doubles, such a chaotic format. We were talking a bit about how difficult it can be to commentate, but one of the things you always want to be watching for is just kind of like the 1v1 versus 2v1 situations. Like we got an edge guard on the side from Webwipe. Should Espi be covering it? Didn't even need to. Webwipe takes the kill, but just I'd say that Espi knocked off stage. Kind of a bad situation, both of them in the corner.
Oh, there we go. Soonsay cleans up 2 kills with the up smash.
So a big part that I'm kind of thinking about is like, one thing that you see more often in doubles than in singles is this kind of like stock tanking thing. And Peach is already, you know, just as I said, a character that like can kind of live a long time despite being a floaty. And
60% we just saw her die.
Exactly. So like, will she be she as an Unruly be getting kind of holding on to the stocks, keeping things in the lead just by sort of being a nuisance in there?
Yeah, and that's her job. She wants to always be on stage as much as possible. Getting hit away from stage, she won't die, but she leaves her teammate in a 2v1 situation in that case.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be a big combo here. Does get the up smash, probably not the best option, but just trying to react quickly. But kind of a 1v1 situation on both sides. Is Soonsay going to recover?
Oh, wow.
So I think a big factor here as well that we haven't really discussed yet is Soonsay is kind of the best player on the screen right now.
Best player on the screen. If we're talking about a singles round robin bracket, everyone's putting their money on Soonsay.
Exactly, and so there might be beautiful save by the way from Webwipe, but there might be a kind of preference to either focus on Soonsay and try to kind of take away stocks, or the opposite, go for Unruly. Play against the player who's maybe the weakest of the two.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Either cut off the strong player's options or focus the weaker player and try and take advantage of that, right?
Absolutely.
But it's tough because Unruly is playing the Peach. Unruly is being the stock tank character, so it's going to be a lot harder to go for him, to target him specifically.
No, for sure. One thing worth pointing out as well is we haven't really seen a lot of rests. This is kind of a moment where Puff needs to sort of stall, wait until the teammate's back, but she does make it through that. I'm curious to see it's tough to get a lot of rest setups on Peach, and Fox Soonsay's been playing fairly well to kind of avoid that too. So bad situation nonetheless for Soonsay and Unruly.
I will say though, Webwipe as a Puff is not as much known for his rests. He loves his combo game, especially in singles. In singles, he told me a couple of years ago he doesn't even trust his rests. That's kind of the main reason he goes for the long combos. So that's what I'm kind of really excited to see. Earlier we were talking about how strong rest is in doubles, but as Webwipe is not a rest Puff per se, I'm gonna wonder how much we're gonna see it today.
That's funny. Yeah, I did play Webwipe about a week ago. Didn't really notice one strong preference either way, so it's kind of interesting that you'd say that, especially in doubles. But this is a pretty even game so far, and Unruly, like we said before, able to kind of survive for a long time. 134, doing his job.
That's right. And then we have both members of the red team at a pretty uncomfortable percent. There we go. 2v1 here. This is super doable.
Absolutely, especially given that 145%. Just needs to look for kind of a stray back air, neutral air, anything, and this shield pressure already. Soonsay is afraid to actually hit Unruly and reverse this situation. But is that going to be it?
Oh, there we go. Nice edge guard situation.
Just barely misses. He's still alive, but the turnip closes it out.
That was an excellent turn-up.
Game 1 goes to Soonsay and Unruly. So counter picks. Where are you thinking? We got a Peach, we got a Fox.
All right. So Soonsay, Unruly, Webwipe versus Espi. This is tough. They kind of have a similar a similar team here. We have the fast Fox, of course, exact same character, and then we have the floaty, who you want to live a long time. I don't even know. What do you think? What about something like Yoshi's Story? Peach controls a lot of the stage with down smash on Yoshi's, so I think they'd want to stay away from that.
I was going to say, I'm thinking Dreamland, actually.
Dreamland,
Dreamland, you get the space. It kind of favors basically every character on the screen. Puff likes Dreamland, Peach likes Dreamland. Fox generally likes Dreamland as well, He can cover the space really, really easily. He can kind of camp in singles. Not going to see that nearly as much in doubles, but is this going to be an edge guard? Doesn't look like it so far.
So I'm just seeing here this in chat. Vito, who's on winner's side? So we have Soonsay on Unruly coming from winner's side. So it's going to be Webwipe and Espi, who has to win two sets if they want to win this grand.
Really love that edge guard from Webwipe there. Soonsay opting for this shine stall, but Webwipe ready for it and closes it out anyway. So they take an early lead, but can Espi stay alive?
There we go. Soonsay and Unruly were just holding center stage very good. They weren't engaging, they were just taking their space there, holding onto their stock.
Yeah, so far I like the way that kind of Soonsay is sort of playing the disadvantageous situations where he's sort of sandwiched between two characters. Not afraid to just sort of camp it out, do a lot of full hops, kind of just stay safe until he kind of gets in a better position. And picking your spots is really important in singles and especially in doubles.
And it's very intense in doubles. Having a character on both sides is kind of uncomfortable, but it's very cool to see him dash dancing and staying strong.
Like this position exactly. He's been taking kind of little chip damage, but he hasn't really been killed yet. Gets the shine, immediately fast falls to ledge. Just playing it very, very intelligently and looking for openings when they arrive, killing his... Was that Fox? Or I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I think that was his own teammate.
Yeah.
Ran in there with a back air. Unfortunate hit there.
Ooh, big team combo potential here.
Oh, there we go. Setting up the edge guard.
Again, like that shine stall, but doesn't manage to cover
back
it.
With the invincibility just in time.
All right, so low percents for both of the floaties here, but does look like he's going to secure the stock. Doesn't seem like he's going to get a team combo from this position, and Puff certainly can't really rest in most situations. Ends up hitting his teammate, unfortunately. Okay, now just got to stall. Ledge stalling, not surprised.
Just waiting for the teammate to come back. Don't want to engage in a 2v1 there.
It's tricky too though, because Puff's such a slow character. On the other side of the stage, like, can kind of set up a 2v1 unintentionally if you're flanking and he spawns on the left side.
That's right.
Really, really good kind of target switching there. Gets the up smash, kind of an easy kill, and manages to recover at the same time too. You mentioned this before, that the lack of rests.
The lack of rests,
and
yeah.
it really is the case. Like, we have not really seen...
We haven't seen, I think, a single attempt yet out of these 1.5 games.
And, worth mentioning that, like, obviously Fox can punish rest very, very effectively. Peach, not so much, but beautiful DI, by the way. Like, Webwipe living there, actually insane. Love the nair,
That
too.
is worth noting, you're right. Even if a Peach has an easy punish, there's not much gusto there.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like, that's kind of why I like rest in doubles so often, is you honestly can kind of spam it in a way that you can't normally. So it's interesting to see kind of Webwipe play so conservatively in that way. Can he save him here, though? Goes to the dare, and oh my god, this could be an edge guard right here.
And I think they're both living.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe Red Team made that recovery. That was amazing. I
think so much of that is Webwipe's experience in doubles. That was such a strange situation. But for Webwipe, it's like I've been there before. I understand what I'm supposed to be doing. The drill was beautiful. And that's kind of why they're in the position that they're in. It's a very, very close game.
Absolutely. I think Webwipe is able to navigate the off-stage areas extremely well as Puff. Really understands what characters have what options when they don't have a stage below them.
Yeah, this is, the shield is looking quite small. Trades from both sides. Is he going to be able to
make the save? Nice drill.
Is it going to be enough, though? He does get it.
Nice. There we go. Espi is living.
Was that Soonsay that took the stock by accident?
I missed it completely.
So we haven't said this already, but again, if you're not watching doubles too often, grab is such a big deal here. Oh, this actually, speaking of big deal, this could be an edge guard. Okay, stalling it out.
Getting the 2v1. This is not over yet.
Yeah, all they need is grab.
Extreme kill percent. Here we go. Down to a 1v1 Fox Ditto.
Oh, this is already so big. Edgeguard situation is huge, but good high recovery. Into a chain grab, though. This should be a solid amount of damage, but I love the slide off from Espi, keeping it even with the dash attack. Oh, this is so close. We're getting maybe a preview of the potential grand finals for this tournament.
That's
and
true.
Espi takes it.
Espi, nice job. He had a 80% lead going into that.
Absolutely.
But that was awesome to see him clutch that one out.
I think really important just kind of stay level-headed, not get too stressed. It's one stock.
So perfect. That brings it up to 1-1.
This allows them to rip the down smashes a lot more confidently.
That's right. Here on Yoshi's story, not as much stage to run away on. Platforms are nice and low, able to catch anyone jumping up.
Oh, that's going to be a kill too. Beautiful sequence from Soonsay. Looking for the 2v1 here, but Espi wisely staying in shield. Ooh, good SCI as well. Right, got another team sequence.
Oh no!
Yeah,
we just
really
saw
unfortunate.
We just saw Espi with the unfortunate recovery. Too high of an angle.
So
missed
far,
the ledge.
This has really been working out for them, eh? Yoshi's as a stage just seems to fit the kind of playstyle that they're having. Certainly the character counterpick as well, working pretty well. Yeah,
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, we see Unruly just controlling the stage here, and we don't see Webwipe having much space to work with, so this was great.
I gotta assume that was a tech club. Ooh, the back air actually throwing off the punish.
Back air for Webwipe.
I definitely want to kill it, but manages to secure it anyway. Rest? Nope, doesn't go for the rest. I don't get it, to be honest. It's just not how I play Puff, I guess, so.
Yeah, that's just not the way he sees it. There we go. He goes for the rest and he misses it.
Yeah, kind of a tight situation, but that is a guaranteed punish, obviously off of the grab.
Yeah, the right thing to do was to go for it, just an unfortunate miss.
So much of this match has really been dictated by Soonsay's ability to find these up airs in kind of scramble situations. He kind of knows it's such a powerful kill tool coming down. Good SCI though from Webwipe. One thing that both of these... No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was watching Unruly come down. Webwipe was trying to shark him with an up air, but Unruly was staying nice and patient.
Yeah, one thing that I was noticing just is like a funny thing with Puff and Peach is both of them have this really like huge lack of vertical mobility. You know, Puff, a character so strong in the air, but if she needs to like close a lot of vertical space, she can't really do that. And neither can Peach. Like her double jump, really slow. So both of them, when they find themselves in those situations, it's just kind of like you just wait for them. They're not even going to be doing anything at all.
Of course. And I think as far as vertical goes, Peach, when she's going upwards a little bit slower, her double jump has to dip a little bit low. But I kind of do like her on the way down. Her double jump gives her a lot more angles to descend at a slightly faster speed than you'd expect.
Definitely. So we talked about Webwipe not being a kind of resting Puff, and just as I say that, the match, again, like I said before, looking for the up airs, knowing the kind of consistent kill setups, up tilt, up air, solid on Yoshi's. But what I was going to say before was just that being a non-rest reliant Puff can sometimes make you more confident in those kind of 2v1 situations if you have a really good solid punish game without a rest.
Yeah, then you're not thinking, okay, I can only get this if I can get a rest, right?
Exactly.
But if I get a rest, then I get punished for it.
Still, rough. Definitely a very good counter pick. I think the small stage
worked out as intended, absolutely.
Makes me wonder, because the thing is because they have Peach, they don't really want to go to FD. You know, like it sets up the chain grab. Not that that's the biggest deal in doubles, but like I don't really think it helps Puff that much. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the downsides for Peach in doubles, like because she dies earlier, can get wave shined. Like there's no real way for her to escape coming down. I don't know. Yeah, there it goes. FD music is on here.
It is going to be FD. So this makes, yeah, this is a good idea for Team Webwipe and Espi here. Keeping the Peach on the ground.
Yeah, I think a huge part of it is even though this is typically a bad stage against Fox, the follow-ups are still fairly consistent. You know, your up throw, there's a lot of like mix-ups off of the up throw in terms of up throw pound and that kind of thing. And then, you know, Peach, I wouldn't say gets a huge advantage because that, what's it called? The up throw chain grab is gone.
That's right. And that's where her primary advantage on this stage comes from, right?
Yeah, I think once that's gone, it's very different. Looking for the up air here and does get it, so that will be a kill. We got one of the first 2v1 situations in quite a while. But Soonsay, again,
just see if they can capitalize. Oh, wow. Was that an invincible shine on that back air, or what happened there? Was that just a crouch cancel?
Hard to say, but Soonsay has just been so good in these 2v1 situations. Really not kind of letting the pressure get to him and staying safe throughout it all.
Soonsay and Unruly with the double edge guard here. Clean it up nicely.
All right, so big combo moment. She could be getting an edge guard here, but you know, still capitalizing fairly well. Who are they going to go for? Yeah, Fox makes sense. How does Peach get down?
I love to see that from Espi.
Oh, just barely misses the back air though. But really good start so far from the red team. This is big.
Yeah, red team here has a strong lead.
That'll do it.
They just took the Peach. Wow, they've got 2 stock lead right now. It's going to be tough for blue team to make a recovery.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where I'd love to see kind of just a rest from Webwipe. I think there are situations where you can kind of force a little bit. Now that the stock is gone, not so much. I think just to kind of push that lead a little bit further, they've kind of had a lot of moments where they've separated the teams, and I think that's where it's the strongest, where you can reliably reset the situation.
Yeah, and right here, it's a lot closer, right? The risk of the rest is going to be a lot higher.
Good amount of percent. Should be able to save him here, though.
Oh no! I think he was going for the reverse back air, right?
Either reverse back air, yeah, or just meant to input an up air.
Of course.
Either way, not what Webwipe wanted, but, you know, keeping the percent lead for the most part.
Yeah, back to even stocks. That was actually a really great stock from blue team. Also, it's looking like,
you know, see where Soonsay has been able to kind of stay alive in the 2v1 situations. Unruly, through the advantage of his character, is able to kind of like just slowly come back down. But they have a lead. They're doing really well.
They are. Yeah, that actually complements each other super great. The fact that Peach can't get back to the stage fast enough to help Soonsay, but Soonsay is keeping his calm so well in the 2v1 situations. You're right.
Yeah, like he seems to just know the situations where it's okay to like shield. He picks the timing. Like sometimes you'll see someone, they're in the corner or they're under pressure and they just like try to escape immediately. They'll go for a roll or something. He doesn't really do that. He waits just like a little bit longer and then that's how he gets out.
Because that normally when two people are 2v1ing you, they are waiting for you to commit, right?
Yes.
And so I think he's catching on to that. He's saying, no, I'm going to wait for you to make a mistake.
Absolutely. No, that perfect way to word it. Just that like kind of, they're sort of fishing and he's like, I know you want me to move, but I'm not going to. But just interrupting all that, they take the game. You know, we're rambling. They have a beautiful comeback so far. Like we said before, they are in losers. So,
Let's go.
some BC chants in the crowd. Stadium doesn't surprise me. Just another kind of smaller stage, quote unquote.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great stage. It's going to be kind of similar to the FD, except we have a couple of platforms to help out the Peach, and the Tough is going to die a lot sooner off the top.
Absolutely. Okay, kind of a 2v1 situation, but gets separated, and now this could be an edge guard. I like the Shine Stall, just trying to give his teammate some time to come back, but
now, I should mention here, Webwipe and Espi are on their tournament game, so if they lose this one, they are going to be out. Soonsay and Unruly will be the champions. But if Webwipe and Espi win this one, it'll bring it to Game 5. They'll have to win the next one.
This is Game 5, isn't it? I'm pretty sure this is Game 5.
This is Game 5?
I know it doesn't say it is, but
updated.
I think the score hasn't been updated because they won the FD game.
Oh, I apologize.
And didn't they win?
So this is Game 5.
I think so, because they've had 2 counter picks as well as the first game, which was the Battlefield.
Yeah.
We had Battlefield, FD, Yoshi's, Dreamland, and then Pokemon. Yeah.
Right. They did win 2 already. I apologize. But
no
so
worries.
Game 5, if Webwipe and Espi win, they are still in the tournament. We reset the bracket. And if not, Webwipe and Unruly are the champions.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Trying to go for the edge guard on the Puff, ends up hitting his own teammate already, kind of out of deficits. This is big. How does he get down? Man, these up airs from Webwipe have been so good.
living.
Every up air that he's done on Peach, like, he's really patient. It's not the easiest move to hit again. Oh my god! That save!
Way. I cannot believe that. But you're right, the Puff up air is a huge hitbox, but it's not active for very long, so you definitely got to time it correctly and space it correctly.
And the hardest thing is really just like getting up there in the first place. Like you kind of have to be patient. You don't have the like Falco full hop level of mobility where you just do a single jump and you're there. So,
yeah, especially against a character like Peach who can take her time, weaving around slowly.
oh, that almost might do it, but it just barely not enough. The up air is going to close it out. 2v1 situation once again.
No, Unruly has got to live right here.
This is why Peach can be a very good character in doubles, but up airs been the name of the game.
Exhausts his jumps, hunting down Unruly.
Oh, looking for the up air anyway. I'm really impressed with Webwipe so far. Again, kind of showing why he's had such good doubles performances in the past. Did very, very well at, I can't remember the Genesis in particular, but just a very, very, very solid doubles player.
Absolutely. I think I remember that Genesis, and that's the Genesis he told me. He only plays singles so that he can get a better seed in doubles.
That's so funny, man. That's actually like, I honestly, every Puff player I have ever met likes doubles. So, you know, it doesn't surprise me. I think it just fits with the character's vibe well, although it is funny that he doesn't go for the rest. But we're talking about all of this. Well, they are very, very close to resetting the bracket. Should be able to get this up there, back here anyway, resetting the
This is huge if
situation.
Unruly can make it back to stage here.
I don't think he can. He's been so consistent.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Makes it back, pulls the turnip. Let's see how much work we can get. Soonsay.
See, this is the problem when you're at a disadvantage. You kind of have to play super safely. You can't move around freely, and you know.
Big edge guard opportunity. Oh, Peach still living off of that Firefox.
This is the Peach effect, though, man. Just staying alive in spite of it all, and still threatening chaos, like you said at the beginning of this set. Oh, that's it, though.
That's it. Here we go. We're just believing in Soonsay now.
This is an uphill battle, to say the least. Both of them are quite low percent, have crouch cancel completely on the table, but tough at depth percent. I love the target switching from Soonsay.
Yeah, he's keeping them on their toes.
Oh, this is big. Yeah, that's it. We reset the bracket. We are going. I know the score right now doesn't reflect reality, but Webwipe and Espi took the first set, resetting the bracket. Are they going to go all the way? We're about to find out. Espi sipping a Red Bull. I believe this is a Red Bull sponsored event by the cases of Red Bull we're seeing. So
it absolutely is. You can help yourself to the Red Bull fridge at the front of the venue.
You know, actually, I have so much Red Bull in my fridge because of doing these kinds of events. So, you know, I am fully stacked.
A little Red Bulled out.
I'm a little Red Bulled out, but of course, is there such a thing as Red Bulled out? Again, big thanks to the sponsors. Those are the kind of things that keep these events going. We're back into a second set. Where do you think we're going game one? So we're going to see Battlefield again?
It's looking like it. They're highlighting Battlefield right now. That's where they started on set one. And it wasn't too bad of a game. I think Webwipe and Espi have made quite a few adjustments over the course of this set too, so I think it's going to look a lot different than the first time around.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think one thing that stood out to me during that set is how big of a role counterpicks played, particularly Yoshi's. Yoshi's in singles, not a terrible puff stage, despite what a lot of people think. But in doubles, it really seemed to be kind of unfavored.
A little lackluster.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was emphasized by the fact that it's a great stage for Peach. However, you're right. I think that's going to be the toughest stage that they have to deal with here.
Yeah, so not surprised to see Battlefield once again. Both players off to a decent start. Is Soonsay going to pick up this stock?
Ooh, oh, wow, that was pretty close to curtains for first stock Espi.
Kind of rushes it a little bit there. If he could have gotten the charge, might have had time, but you can't really afford to take your time in doubles, so it's not really surprising.
And that was an excellent awareness of Espi. You just saw that on the right side. He up-B'd really high, and the whole play shifted over by the time he was able to drift down to stage.
Yeah, definitely. So far, Webwipe not able to kind of effectively use his character just because of the stock, the percent deficit rather. But now that he's back at 0, he can play a little bit more aggressively.
He almost had a edge guard opportunity there.
Kind of a bit of a chaotic situation. Doesn't get the up air. What's he looking for going down though? CC is big there.
Oh wow.
Just feel like Webwipe hasn't been able to get as much started so far. This is kind of the first we've been seeing him really sort of take advantage, and I mean, it's a good sign to see if you're a fan of the BC team. At this point, would we say Soonsay is Calgary or sorry, Alberta or Ontario?
See, I would call him Alberta. He definitely started playing. He was a net play Xbox controller player.
Oh my God,
back in Anthers, I'm pretty sure. He made his rise living in Alberta, and then he moved to Ontario, became huge there, but he's back living in Alberta now. He's been playing in a couple of online events. He may have attended one of the offlines we had as well. But
oh my God!
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Unruly.
I think that mainly depends on where he plans to live in the next few months from now. If he stays in Calgary, then I'll call him an Alberta player.
Makes sense. Yeah. No. Kind of successful in both regions. Certainly, Webwipe and Espi have been BC from day one. Repping their home province rather.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the things. Espi's always been a very good player that I think a lot of BC players think maybe has the potential to make that top 100 list, but never really goes to enough out-of-region tournaments to ever hit that breadth requirement.
I didn't really see him that active in online events either. Is he just not a big online guy?
I think he's not a very big online guy.
Gotcha.
He has very good reactions. I can just see him sort of as one of those guys who doesn't like the small differences.
Beautiful Armada shine from Soonsay. Closes out that stock and might soon close out the game. The bomb, not the kind of deal breaker here, but even still 60% with Puff. A little bit more and up throw up air is absolutely going to kill, and this shine spike situation is very, very tricky.
Yeah, tough looking, but not going to be totally over for Webwipe. It's kind of nice that both at high percent. One hit can push one of their teammates away. Setting up for no.
Went for the pound. Once again, kind of seeing a situation where it looked like the controller wasn't doing what he wanted, unless he just quit there. Hard to say.
I think that that rollout is safe to say it's a missed pound.
Okay, that's what because before we had him go for reverse back air or maybe an up air, and as someone who has chronic POD issues on my controller, I definitely am better at spotting like, oh, that was supposed to be this, but it wasn't that.
I see.
But I don't, just a theory. No way to know for sure. Doesn't get the perfect angle on the up B. Manages to lose his first stock, and blue team with a solid lead. I don't know what the scores are like right now.
Okay, so score right now should be 1-0 in favor of Webwipe and Espi in set 2 of the grand finals reset.
Yeah, ideally, if production is listening, that is the score we're looking for. 1-0.
It's 1-0 for...
Yeah, we were just on Battlefield.
1-0, oh, sorry, 1-0 for Soonsay and Unruly.
Yeah,
I think I said the wrong team last time.
Yeah. So, Webwipe and Espi looking to get themselves on the board, but should be able to save himself here. Oh, but he gets the up smash. Beautiful awareness from Soonsay to go for that. Knew that Webwipe was trying to save his teammate there. Oh my god.
First of all, I'm surprised that Espi even made it back to stage.
Now that, showing that Soonsay has doubles experience of his own. There have been so many situations where he recognizes like kind of moments that, if you're not experienced in the mode, you might not. Like.
Yeah, he's noticing when a teammate is trying to help the other teammate and they're letting their guard down, forgetting about defense for a moment and trying to help their teammate. And that's when Soonsay strikes.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that I don't feel like people talk about enough with doubles is that doubles is like a kind of a game of like multitasking. It's very, very much like in singles you can kind of have like, I don't want to call it tunnel vision, but you're like looking for very specific things. And in doubles, you're like always shifting, you know what I mean? You kind of always have to have like a third eye on your teammate, you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, you're looking at your opponent, you're looking at the other opponent, you're looking at your teammate. You can only pay attention to so much at once. You're really trying to piece together everything that's going on constantly in doubles.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of StarCraft, and a stat that gets brought up all the time in StarCraft is kind of APM, like how many things, actions per minute, how much you're doing. And even though APM is sort of viewed as like a mechanical thing, really what it actually is how many things at once are you able to kind of like take in sequentially. Like, are you looking for, where's my opponent, where's this opponent, what am I doing here, am I supply block, whatever. That's the StarCraft thing. And I feel like doubles is so similar, where it's like, okay, where's my teammate, what are the percents, where's my opponent, where's the other opponent, are we in an edge guard situation, should I 2v1, should I not 2v1? So much stuff that you have to think about, and it's just, it's why it's a cool mode, really.
Yeah, it's not so much about how fast you can move your fingers, it's how fast you can seamlessly switch between different objectives, right?
Perfectly said, yeah, and that's why I think so many players, like it's funny because it's not the most popular spectator mode, but as a player, it's like so mentally engaging,
It is almost a sensory overload. When I was beginning this game, I didn't like doubles. I couldn't pay attention to anything on the screen.
So it does look like they didn't care about the pause, they just let it slide. I think it wasn't intended to work out that way, but that's fine.
Yeah, it didn't look like too much was affected in play.
Right. Really, this is kind of a very, very critical moment in the set. Like we said before, this is grand finals. If they are able to take this, it's 1-0, 1-1, even set, but coming and doing a reverse 3-0 is so big. And it looks like they might take this.
Wow, a double edge guard on either side of the stage. Unruly the only one left.
Oh, the up air that he's been hitting every time.
That up air, yeah. Beautiful. That up air on Peach.
Just as I was about to point out that Webwipe was going to miss basically the first up air of the set, then he gets it immediately afterwards. That has been so key. Webwipe with the up airs, so important.
Absolutely.
Looks like they are going to be turning off pause. I can hear the menu in my head, so that's good to know.
Yeah, and Jigglypuff up air, that's one of the best ways to kill Peach as a Jigglypuff. If you're not going to be resting, and if your Fox isn't going to be killing the Peach, up air is the quickest move to get her out of the, what do you call it, out of the blast zone.
Yeah, absolutely. And normally in singles, you'll see them set up for things like drill up smash, but that's a setup that just takes a lot of time. And so in this mode, you just don't use drill as much as you would otherwise because it's actually a pretty committed move.
Yeah,
or at least
drill requires quite a bit of finesse, I would say.
Okay. We are seeing double Fox from Webwipe.
Here we go. No, so Webwipe Fox. This is very interesting. I wouldn't have expected to see this, but I'm very excited. So this is the Yoshi story. This makes a lot of sense. This is the stage we were saying that would be the hardest for them to win if they were playing Puff.
Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in now, when they played here last time, this was probably the most one-sided of the entire set, of both sets rather. I think they got 2 stocked or 3 stocked across both. Not really that close at all. So I don't mind the Fox, really. I think as long as he's able to get, decent amount off of it.
Absolutely. I've definitely lost to this Fox in bracket before, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
Well,
anything bad about it, rather.
I think, they're very, very different characters, I'm not going to lie. But, if you're a combo-based player, that might help you kind of transferring between different characters. You're more used to tech chasing. You're not looking for really specific character-specific rest setups. You're kind of just playing the fundamentals of Melee. So
that's true. And we were talking about his doubles mind too. This is a character that lets you act as fast as you can think, pretty much. So I think it's a great character if Webwipe is able to keep up.
Good tech chase situation from Espi there, but this has been rough so far. I think I get why they're going for it. Otherwise, they weren't confident in the current situation they had before.
Unfortunate back air, killing off his own teammate there.
Yeah, although maybe going to be able to secure this edge guard. Ooh, just barely doesn't get it and gets killed himself.
Yeah, so this is looking rough for red team. Not a crazy difference. Recovery session. Back air through his teammate's shield, hits the peach.
I was going to say whoever takes the stock next is probably going to take the set or take the game, and it is looking that way so far.
Webwipe and Espi, I'm incredibly impressed. The Fox was the right move.
Let's go. Wow. Okay, just resetting the edge guard once more, but misses it. That's so important right now, and he gets a straight hit.
Soonsay has his opportunity.
Everything is in Soonsay's favor right now. Even though he's at a disadvantage, separating them is so important. They're both at high percents. Can they get the momentum back? Straight hit is everything.
Soonsay's off stage. Oh, amazing angle.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
All right, so 2-1 Webwipe Espi.
2-1 Webwipe Espi.
Yeah, that's big. That is very big. Soonsay kind of looking like he was bringing it back. They got a little shaky near the end. So much of that, though, was the SDs from Soonsay and Unruly. Or weren't they, they threw away a couple stocks. I can't remember exactly how
they definitely back-aired. One of them back-aired each other at one point. Actually, never mind. That was Webwipe and Espi back-aired each other.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how it played out, but doesn't matter. The point is, Soonsay and Unruly feeling confident enough to go back to Yoshi's makes sense.
I think that's the right call. Webwipe and Espi kind of turned it up during that last situation there, the last few minutes of that game. But I think it's still a great stage for Peach, and I think it's the right choice.
And so far, it's looking like Dobie is correct here. Already up with a fairly clean lead. And just trying to push it even further is the blue team. But just to say that we're maybe going to lose Soonsay's stock? Or maybe not.
Maybe not. Soonsay's going to hold on to this one, it seems. And that's going to be huge. He can hold on. The longer he holds on to this one, the nicer it is for him. It's the extra credit where he's just on the screen. The longer he is, the nicer 0% he has when he comes back. Yeah,
and there are just so many kill setups here. Oh my god, the dash attack, he's going to get the shine spike.
Oh my gosh, gets the tech, cleans it up anyways.
Soonsay is looking like, the best. He is like flying to the moon. He's the best investment you've ever seen. One stock, just is so much value. Like he got, I think, 3 stocks just on his own. He is just
are soaring right now.
Exactly. Actually insane how much value he's had. And he's still going. He's only at 7%, man, proving why he is the first seed for this tournament in singles.
Wow. Incredible. Holds onto his stock long enough to make
Oh my gosh! I love that it really went for that.
Over anyone else on the screen.
We talked before about Peach being kind of the stock tanking character to some degree. Not the case in this game so far. Soonsay playing out of his mind.
No way. Yeah, Peach definitely a stock tank, but if you can acquire those quick kills, maybe a shine spike on her, then it defeats her whole game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Soonsay looking kind of untouchable this game, but so. Ooh, okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right, so this is going to be a pretty even last stock. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, no.
Oh, did look like we got the feed cut for a bit, but we are back, and all of this really relies on whether or not Espi is able to stay alive. It is Espi on the left, right? I think so. I mean, like on port 1, it doesn't matter. The point is, this is a huge game. This is, their match point, really. We're down to the last stock. Whoever takes the first one, it's so big.
Oh,
we going to get a 1v1
wow,
situation?
here
No, we are
Soonsay
not.
Unruly with the 2v1 opportunity this time.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Game 5.
Game 5. Finally, the production lines up with reality.
We did it.
We are predicting the future, some would say. We do not care. And
Production knew all along. They
exactly,
just had to go to the bathroom.
Is it fixed? Is the script already pre-prepared? I don't know. But so far, I'm excited. I think we're going to see maybe like an FD. Yeah, I can hear the music. Yeah, all right.
And here we go, back to our original characters. It looks like we had Kyle in port 1, Webwipe in port 1. But yeah, I did not put that together last game. But here we are, FD. So this one, it should be in Webwipe and Espi's favor if they can replicate what they did in the last set.
Yeah, no.
So definitely, they're set this up for success here, but it's not going to be easy. Soonsay turned it up in the last game. We'll see how his momentum keeps up here. Wow, a great angle.
I wonder, like, sometimes there's kind of like, when you're playing against someone who's better, but like, I don't think Soonsay is like way, way better. There's sometimes value in like, should Webwipe have just suicided there and made sure that he took a Soonsay stock? Or is it like, you know, always playing for what's optimal and keeping your own stock? Is that worth it or is it not?
Yeah, I think that's true for sure. Sometimes you know you can secure the kill, and it's worth it just because failing to secure the kill is so much worse.
Yeah, it just depends because like if it means risking your own stock, it becomes a much harder kind of situation. But say for example, if we weren't talking like Soonsay, we're talking like Leffen or something, I think it probably would be worth it. You know, every stock is so valuable, but it's also double. So even if you take all their stocks and they take their teammates anyway, so I don't even know how the kind of game theory of that situation works. Like what is the best way to approach it?
I think that's the cool thing about doubles. So many characters moving all the time. The best thing to do on the screen changes constantly.
Yeah, really. It isn't the kind of thing that you can kind of lab out in the same way that you can with some singles. But good shine. Oh, is this going to be a rest?
Oh,
the first rest.
Oh my god.
And that rest is so huge too. They are down quite a lot. Just getting the momentum potentially back in their favor could be so big. Goes for the grab too. He's looking for another one.
He is looking for him now. I think this is a great thing to have. Webwipe, as we were saying, doesn't like to go for rest normally, but we see him right now. The time is now to make something happen, and he's starting to go for them. But I think it's great to be able to change up your style when you need to, if you have to. But here we are. This is going to be a 1v5.
This is
going to be tough.
Are we about to see the greatest doubles comeback of all time?
We did see him hit a rest moments ago, so I'm going to say, yeah, we are about to see the biggest doubles comeback of all time. He's playing on fire right now.
All right, so one of the things I like that we're seeing so far, oh, that's it.
There we go.
Throws him a bone, gives him, doesn't even take away the peach stock. They wanted the full lead as much as they could. Congratulations to Soonsay and Unruly.
Yep, champions of Vancouver, Soonsay and Unruly. Soonsay coming over here from Alberta just to take our champion of Vancouver title from us.
It's funny because, like, you said champions of Vancouver, and I was like, champions of Vancouver, really? Like it's like I'm like
champions of Vancouver.
The event isn't called Vancouver though, but
no, okay,
but
you got me
but
there.
not even. Oh, really? What a crazy set.
I did not expect that. That was crazy. Soonsay, yeah, he turned it up on that game 4 on Yoshi's Story, and then wow, we saw him turn it up again on that Final Destination game, and they completely turned around the result from the last set.
I was particularly impressed by Webwipe's Fox. I think turning that kind of counterpick situation into one kind of that ended up being into their advantage is great to see. But yeah,
super exciting set to watch. You're right. We kind of saw both teams tug at a victory there. Kyle's Fox came out. We saw him win with that, which was extra exciting.
We got a game 10 too. Like we got game 2 sets, bracket reset. I think. Yeah, I don't know, like just really good stuff from both players. Really exciting to see, and I think we are going to be getting into singles soon. Singles is definitely well underway at this moment. With doubles concluding, obviously went a bit long, I imagine. We are probably going to be seeing all kinds of interesting sets. You know, we got, for people who are just tuning in, we have Soonsay, who you saw on screen. We got Elliot, we got Espi, we got Webwipe. We have so many capable players that are all kind of vying for that #1 spot. And I expect we'll see some of them on stream pretty soon.
Yeah, it's going to be super exciting here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are a little bit curious about kind of how exactly the swapping of commentators will work, whether or not we're buying time here and we're going to be switching into a different match or what. But if you are still watching, thank you. Tweet about this to your friends. Make sure that we get more and more people watching. Obviously, it's really great to see some in-person events back. And Dobie, what's your Twitter?
My Twitter, you can follow me at Dobie_XOXO. So you can see my tag right there, _XOXO, just like Gossip Girl.
I was about to say like Gossip Girl,
just
man.
Like Gossip Girl. And how about you, Radar? Is it SSBM Radar?
Exactly the opposite. It is Radar SSBM. Yeah, you can find me there. So if you guys want to check us out, and if you want to check out the bracket, I don't know if we have the exclamation point bracket chat command set it up.
I think I can just type it into bracket here.
Perfect. But yeah, so I don't know. Should be interesting. I think. Do you have any singles predictions that you like? I'm kind of excited to see Elliot play.
To see Elliot play? Yeah, you know what? Elliot's going to be super exciting to play. I'm super excited to see a longer version of what we just saw in the set 1 doubles, where we saw Espi versus Soonsay.
Yeah.
We only got to see one stock of it, but I'm super excited to see, hopefully, a full set of it if they play against each other today.
I think the big question for me right now, especially because Espi hasn't been as active online, I don't know how active he's been generally. Is he just secretly playing all these guys, in direct matches? Because I haven't really seen his name in bracket. But the question I'm wondering is, for a while, there is sort of okay, so say you go to an event like Champions of Vancouver and you see a player like Soonsay, kind of a fairly well-known, established name. There was a time in Melee where that player just always took it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Okay, Soonsay, he's the favorite, he's going to take it. And kind of everyone else sort of looks in a different tier. Mm-hmm. But we've seen players like Elliot, for example, take sets off of Hungrybox recently.
Absolutely.
We've seen these players kind of push outside of that, and the tiers in 2021 especially are way blurrier. So
absolutely, partly due to a huge increase in skill level from a large portion of the player pool, but also partly due to a lack of data due to a lack of tournaments.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's the thing, is that's what's so different about watching Melee nowadays, is that before it was like I remember my first tournament was Mixmaster 4, I want to say, with Armada in Ontario. And when Armada went to that event, it was like, Armada's winning this event. And there are people there who was there? None is a good example. Other people, Toph was there. There are people who were capable players, top 100 players, but there was no question. Now, obviously, Soonsay not in the same caliber as Armada, but still someone who was making huge runs in SCL, obviously playing in a very, very capable region in Ontario. But BC kind of making a name for themselves lately.
Absolutely. We're, over the years since I've joined this scene in BC, I've seen things like Espi over Bladewise. I've seen things like Fohebro over Moki.
Yes.
It's great to see, RK beat Wizrobe, the classic.
Needs to be said at least once, right?
At least once.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving seeing our local players representing.
Yeah, no, I think that's why it is still kind of, I don't want to say for sure that's how it's going to play out, but it would surprise me if it was that one-sided.
That's right. So, yeah, the story we're seeing, Soonsay, everyone is expecting to win, but the story is going to unfold and it's going to be exciting to watch. We may not see that happen. It's really anybody's guess.
Beyond that,
I'm playing on stream? Okay. Are you commentating? All right.
Are both of you guys commentating?
That is
cool,
it
awesome.
for me.
All
We're
right.
going to be signing off. I'm going to head straight into singles over here, so probably going to catch me.
All right, we're hopping off. We're going to have some new commentators. Thanks for watching. Keep it locked here.